She's probably going to say something about this, but I'll just give you my 2 cents. So we do gait evaluation after gait evaluation, and we watch people run. We get you all framed up and looking great and neutral and perfect and robotic, and you still get hurt. You come in and you say, I don't know, I just can't, I'm sore, my butt kills me, my back's a little sore, I can't relax, my legs are getting banged up. And what we have here is this really cool thing we call the foam roller. The foam roller is, guess what it's made out of? Foam, not polyester, foam. Good job. It's not hydrophobic either. It is foam. And what it does is it essentially, let's see a couple of things. What it does is it helps you purge muscles and tendons of some of the things that happen to them when they get damaged. Fascial adhesions are things that happen to your tendons when they get really tight. And lactic acid builds up in your muscles, and stretching alone does not get that to go away. Right now, as Lisa's doing her quads. On your quads, you have, right up here, point your quads real quick so you know what we're talking about. We have a lot of large muscles in our quads. The vastus medialis is hanging out over here. It helps your knee track. And your hip flexor coming down over the top. These are things that help your hips stay connected to your knees. If you do not loosen this thing up, it's like a fishing pole. It's winding and winding and winding here, and there's a hook somewhere down here tugging at your knee. And this helps you to keep that loose. If you stretch right now, or you're hypermobile, like if you danced or you just have a lot of flexibility, and you don't, like we go touch your toes and you're like palms down and nothing's happening, this is your key to physiological relief. IT band is next. IT band runs down the outside of your leg. It inserts just on the outside of your knee and also up around your hip, just around in the back. It also pushes up against the little thing we like to call the driving butt, or otherwise known as a piriformis, up behind your bum, right up here, above your hamstring and your gluteus. If you can do your IT band, generally you'll see a knot, or you'll find a knot somewhere in the middle, but that's not generally where you'll feel the tightness. Usually you'll feel it down in your knee, or secondly up in your hip. It is probably the most common upper leg injury, and it's probably more common than runner's knee or some of the other things you hear about, like shin splints. IT band syndrome is really, now Lisa's moved to the piriformis. She's doing the back. How many of you have ever been driving and had that weird pain in your butt, or at a movie or something where you just can't get comfortable? Does anybody still go to movies? Like $9.95 for a bazillion movies at home. I don't know why we go out anymore. Yeah, so the piriformis is back there. Piriformis and the psoas are the two internal muscles that attach, bring all your other muscles towards your spine and your pelvis. They're kind of inside, they're hard to stretch. Foam roller is a very nasty, very invasive tool when it comes to that. I mean, in a good way. Nasty, like good. Gets right in. Now Lisa's down on the lower leg. The lower leg, we all know, you guys know what this big one's called? The gastroc? How about the one that's down by your ankle? The little tendon there, what's that called? Achilles? How about in the middle? Soleus. Say that word. Soleus is like the forgotten, I was gonna say stepchild, but I know there's a lot of us out there, so. It's a muscle that plays a huge role in your lower leg mechanics. It's very hard to stretch. It's not like the big guys. When you go press on a wall, you can feel this great stretch in your gastroc. But the soleus affects a couple things on the outside of your front of your shin. So if you're feeling some shin pain, your anterior tibial or your posterior tibial tendon, the guys that go down your shin bone, the soleus is probably tight in the back, and the foam roller is your little diagnostic tool and your relief station. Very, very good.
Does it come with directions?
Yes, it does actually. We have a foam roller sheet. And it has a picture of all of these. So now she's kind of doing the anterior tibial tendon, which is kind of on the outside of the leg, and also getting a little of the outside lower leg muscles. Peroneal tendon that comes down the outside here. Very hard to stretch these things. It's bony, it's like a chicken bone or something. It's hard to stretch down there. Very nice. And then the back. The back is a little more advanced in my opinion. It's kind of a more advanced move. You want to be careful when you do your back, like anything. You start up high around the shoulders. You raise up your hips and your pelvis. And Lisa's, like all-world, all-pro athlete, so she's like in this sort of hover stage. That's pretty hard on your abs at first, but this really helps loosen up the mid-back, which can affect the neck and your shoulders. Certainly if your shoulders go cattywampus, like my mom used to say, then the rest of your body goes cattywampus. Your shoulders are out of whack. everything goes out of whack to fix it. So that does your back.
There's a lot more, but...
There's a ton more. There's like 211 exercises on the foam roller. And you get all this for just $36.
Your own personal masseuse.
Yeah, it's like having a masseuse at home. That's really what it is. If you can't afford or don't live with a massage therapist, or you're not in massage therapy school right now, this is your $36 solution. And you get 10% off, so it's like, whatever, $32.40. It's a really cool thing. So if you've been nagging, kind of stretching a lot, not getting better, and having some nagging aches and pains, the foam roller is absolutely, positively, one of the best things that you can bring in to your home. And you can walk around with it too. You can name your foam roller. You can put it in the passenger seat and try to use the carpool lane. I'm not endorsing that. I'm just saying it's about the right height for that too.